The idea of getting more power by putting on a slip-on exhaust is completely bullshit. How does the motorcycle know how much air and how much fuel does it need? 14 molecules of air mixed with a single molecule of fuel is considered to be a efficient combustion. I am getting this fixed. By the time you guys will be watching this video, this would have been fixed. No, something just went in my mouth. By this time, all of you might know how an ICE works. ICE is internal combustion engine. I'm just gonna tell you how a 4-stroke engine works because it's the most commonly used engine in this entire world. It produces power in every 4 strokes. There is intake, that is first stroke. Air and fuel mixture enters. Oh, they are so close, these 3 verses. And then there is compression, in which the piston this was so unexpected. So we were at compression, in which piston moves up and compresses the air fuel mixture, and then there is combustion, in which the spark plugs sparks the air fuel mixture, which does combustion. The 4th one is exhaust, and then this all repeats. So that is how a typical 4-stroke engine works. But then when you put on a slip-on, the idea of getting more power by putting on a slip-on exhaust is completely bullshit. The only real benefit that I could just form is weight savings. Probably most of the aftermarket exhausts are lighter, and yeah, all of us like the exhaust note, definitely. Basically 2 benefits, right? One is amazing sound if put on a correct motorcycle, that is. If you put aftermarket slip-on on a single cylinder motorcycle, I believe in my thought, I don't think it sounds too good. So that's the only 2 benefit which I can argue for. Oh, there is like huge traffic jam. Now, when it comes to a full system exhaust, that is where we start to see some sort of benefit. Only there is a caveat to that. For that, you should understand what a stock exhaust basically. Stock exhausts are there for regulations. That is what keeps your motorcycle road legal. So there is like all this precious metal and all in the catalytic converter, which converts all the harmful gases into useful gases. Not useful gases, I mean less harmful gases. Still, those gases are harmful. The exhaust gas is not flowing freely through the system. So that is why it's called a restrictive system. Now, a free flow exhaust, what it does not have the catalytic converter, but they are sold to be used on track. This is kind of like a loophole why all the vendors keep selling it. If you only put the aftermarket exhaust system on, you would not get any sort of power benefit. Now, along with the exhaust, if you put on if you just put on a full system exhaust, what it does in your engine is the air fuel mixture coming inside the engine is the same, but what you have changed from that equation is the air flowing out of the engine. And now if you put the air filter on, a performance air filter, if you add that as well in your motorcycle, now you have got more air coming in and more air going out. Now your engine is running lean. Now from here, I am gonna talk a little bit of technicals. Bear with me. The only way to produce power is through burning air and fuel together. There is this primary air fuel mixture that every manufacturer tries to follow, which is called stoichiometric air fuel mixture, which is basically 14 molecules of air mixed with a single molecule of fuel goes into the cylinder chamber for combustion, it kind of is considered to be a efficient combustion in theory. And there is like full on maps open in that. By just adding the air filter, you have introduced more air in the ratio. Now more molecules of air entering in your system. Then 14.7, your engine is running lean. When we say the engine is running lean, which means there is more air in the system than fuel. On the other hand, if there is more fuel particles, that means the engine is running rich. When you run your engine lean, it creates heat, which in turn damages your cylinder walls and pistons, because your engine isn't designed to be running on lean. When there is more fuel particles in the system, there is going to be more unburnt fuel, and the efficiency of your efficiency of your engine is gonna go down. So in our scenario, we have put a performance air filter and we have put the exhaust as well. So there is more air coming in, more air going down or going out. How does the motorcycle know how much air and how much fuel does it need? That is where the brain of the motorcycle comes in, which is the ECU. So there is open loop system and there is closed loop system. A closed loop system is by using all the O2 sensors, the degree of throttle being open, the ECU can adapt to how much oil should go in. In our situation, if it observes that there is more air coming in, to maintain stoichiometric ratio of air fuel mixture, it's going to introduce more fuel. Now more fuel, more air, combustion is going to give you more power. So you don't have to tune anything, it's going to adapt on its own. What open loop system is, where the ECU is completely fixed on the data given by the manufacturer. All the motorcycles getting produced nowadays benefit from a hybrid system. So a motorcycle like this has both an open loop system and a closed loop system. When it switches is something ECU decides. So hybrid system is very situational based. When you are idling, then the system uses an open loop system. When you are cruising, then the system switches to closed loop system. If you change your exhaust, it's absolutely necessary you put a performance air filter. And if you put both of those, it's absolutely necessary that you tune it. That is where your exhaust actually means something more than just noise and weight savings. The problem is most of the people do not understand this symmetry of air and fuel. You know what the funny bit is? People will buy a 22,000 rupees worth of exhausts, but they'll not do meaningful modifications before it. No tail light. The only reason people don't do it enough, it's because it doesn't give them that level of attention that an exhaust does. Again, I'm so thankful that I've got a educated audience, and thank you all for watching this.